50% of the Berkshire education is landing in a classroom, sitting around a Harkness table, looking to your left, looking to your right, and having such a breadth and depth of international global perspectives and experiences right there at the table. I actually grew up in Canada, in Nova Scotia, and had the privilege of actually attending Berkshire as a student many years ago. And that was an experience that absolutely changed my life in so many ways, and an experience that I feel the benefit of every year since I've graduated. And so I knew from the moment I graduated from high school that I wanted to be back at a boarding school, and I wanted to work in admissions and contribute to ensuring that other students can find that sense of belonging and that life-changing experience as well. So for me, it really comes from a place of a personal connection, having been an international student at a U.S. boarding school. But in particular for me, there's a deep connection and a draw to this school and this place, and feeling that this is a pretty exceptional school for international students to find a sense of belonging and to really uncover their passions and reach their potential. So it really is an honor to be back at my alma mater on the front lines, sharing Berkshire with prospective students and families. The 3 words I would use to describe Berkshire would be humble, hungry, and very kind. I think Berkshire is a place that we are not one to boast about our accomplishments. We are really fortunate to be a pretty selective school with incredibly talented students, and we're pretty humble about that, but yet we're really hungry. We're incredibly aspirational and ambitious, and then it's just kind of anchored in this community of kindness, and I think that sort of makes Berkshire pretty unique. So connected to a fun fact about Berkshire is my favorite tradition, which is Mountain Day, and Mountain Day is a surprise day off of school, once in the fall and once in the spring. The surprise is known only by our head of school, and students often in the fall and the spring try to guess when he's going to call a mountain day. He tries to then trick them into thinking that they know when it's going to happen, but it's a very funny surprise announcement, likely in the morning once we've all gotten ready for school, and he cancels classes for the entire day. And we all get up on the mountain. Sometimes there might be an ice cream truck on campus or different activities happening, but we just take a day to step away from the regular rhythm and cadence of our school day, and we just spend time together, and likely often on the mountain. Our students decide to come to Berkshire because they want to be a part of a global community. I think that is a deep understanding and desire in them when they're choosing to come here. We're really intentional about our roommate assignments from the start. We want students to be stretching themselves and spending time in the dorm with people that are from different areas of the world than they are. And so there's a curiosity, there's a deep compassion, there's a deep sense of connection among our domestic and our international students. And we're really fortunate to we're about 18% international students, but those students represent nearly 40 different nationalities. So there's a wide sense of diversity even among our international population as well. Our head of school often says that 50% of the Berkshire education is landing in a classroom, sitting around a Harkness table, looking to your left, looking to your right, and having such a breadth and depth of international global perspectives and experiences right there at the table. And as educators at Berkshire, we have a responsibility, given how geographically diverse we are, to make sure that the books we read, the things we're talking about in class, represent that lived experience of all of our students. So it's essential to all that we do. And we have various different sort of electives too that focus on different countries and perspectives throughout our curriculum. So we feel like it's essential to a Berkshire education. I think we have so many layers of support at Berkshire. So we have a director of international students. So she is on the ground, really overseeing every experience for our international students. In addition, we have advisors. So every student has an advisor. You're going to have dorm parents. In the dorm, you're also going to have a student prefect who's a student leader that's like looking out for you. In addition, we have class deans and your teachers. And so there are so many people that sort of are looking out for students and extending that support and those connections. I think Our students, they don't feel like lonely here. They feel so supported in right from the get-go. One student that comes to mind graduated last year, and she is just starting her freshman year at Northwestern and came to Berkshire sort of unsure of herself a little bit, very ambitious and smart and talented, had always had an interest in theater and singing, but thought she would just work behind the stage. And that's what she would do. And after the first year, our theater teacher and our music teacher encouraged her to step out of her comfort zone and take a role in the play, to join the a cappella group. And by the time she reached her senior year, she sang a solo at our graduation. She was the lead in our winter musical, and she was so exceptional. She was a prefect for our ninth grade girls. And I think that if she looked back at her ninth grade self, she would have thought that all of that was impossible. But with the support of the adults on campus and the opportunities here to thrive, she hit the ground running and had so many amazing options too when it came to where she wanted to spend her college years.